What's up, everyone? This is the Denning Podcast. My name is Jake Denning, where I speak to some of the very best in the alternative music scene. On this episode, I catch up with the guys in 408. I've got Mark, I've got Nick, and I've got the other Nick, and I've got Jake. This one is a bit of a different episode as I usually speak to an individual, but the guys were en route to starting their tour with Bilmuri and just decided to send it as a band, which ended up being a unique and fun experience. It was great, and that's just how schedules align and we had to get it in. Since they were actively on the road at the time, the audio quality is a little bit different, and I worked to clean it up the best I could. But nonetheless, a big, massive shout out to them for tapping in and having a good time with me. If you're looking for a new high-energy pop-punk band that is really picking up a lot of momentum, 408 is that band for you. They have a brand new single, Over the Edge, that you're going to love. I'm jamming, you're jamming, we're all jamming. Especially since we're getting close to the end of summer, and they are no doubt winning over new fans on this tour with Bilmuri. They played last night in Portland, Oregon, and by the end of the set, people were rushing over, going to check out merch, going to hang out with CP and see what he's all about. And if you're out on this run with Bilmuri at any point, go drop by the merch table, go pick up a t-shirt. If you're digging what I'm doing, definitely do me a favor and subscribe wherever you like to podcast and spread the word. It makes a huge difference. This podcast doesn't happen without people listening, and I'm super thankful for your time. There's a lot of awesome podcasts and music out there, and it's a privilege to have your attention. But before we get to all that, I'm excited to tell you that I partnered with SeatGeek to bring first-time users $20 off their first purchase with promo code Denning. Again, that is $20 off for the first-time users with promo code Denning. You can use it to pick up some tickets to a baseball game as the MLB season comes to a close, go check out a comedy show, or even tap in with one of the hottest concert tours of the fall. Massive thank you to SeatGeek for supporting the show and helping me take this show to a new level. And with that out of the way, this is my chat with the guys in 408. Enjoy. Perfect. So yeah, you guys came all the way back from Florida. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah, all the way from Orlando, Florida, going out across the country right now.
Yeah. So you guys left on Sunday. Is that right? Monday. Okay. Yeah. So you guys play tomorrow, or?
So we played Denver on Thursday. So it takes about 3 days to get from Orlando to Denver. So arriving in Denver tomorrow evening late, and then we have a show in Boise, Idaho, and then we join the Bilmuri tour in Seattle. So
yeah, man. How are you staying sane on the road? I mean, what habits and routines do you kind of have to stick to?
Just a lot of travel, just a lot of getting in the van and driving. Other routines, really just eating right, trying to exercise when possible, and then. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But as far as like just the tour life is trying to get as much rest, stay on time with arriving, and just getting where you need to be and performing at your best abilities.
Totally. Is it true that you don't have a license?
No, I have a license. Who said I don't have a license?
I was checking on in the the Bus Raiders or Bus Invaders episode, and
no, I have a license.
Okay, because I was wondering if are you doing the whole lead singer syndrome thing where you don't drive, you don't do any of that stuff, you just kind of just chill in the
Yeah, no, I have a license.
I get that, but yeah, who does most of the driving in the band?
Most of the driving is the merch guy over here, CP. He does the most. Second most is this guy, Nicholas. Third most is Jake.
Okay, so you have as little as possible then.
He doesn't drive.
They don't let me drive. I'm actually probably the best driver in here. But that's just how they roll. It is what it is.
I mean, speaking of traveling though, is it true that you guys went all the way from Florida to California for that K-Rock interview?
That is, well, we didn't drive, we flew out for that one.
Right, but still, I mean, getting on a plane, and you guys paid for it all by yourselves. I mean, that's an investment you have to make. Was that just for that interview, or was that like parlayed with other things as well?
That was just for that interview. I think we had a couple other friends over there were doing some things at the time. That was a couple of years ago. What was that, 2021? That was 2021.
It was like right before. It was March.
Maybe it was 22. But yeah, no, we just went out there and met with some people, and then did that interview. But yeah, we came out there just for that mainly.
That's crazy though, Mike. That's a lot of money just to spend on one. You got to pay for flights. You got to pay for travel there. You got to pay for food. I mean, that's hopefully that paid off.
Yeah, that definitely was a expensive trip.
But I mean, what other big investments have you guys made over the last couple of years to kind of keep the band going?
A lot of
Our brains, our mental state.
No, a lot of investment into just recording, video production, live stuff, equipment, guitars, anything to do with the actual production of the music, for whether it's live or recorded. That's where the main investment's been.
Yeah, I mean, has it been? I mean, I think he said, mental state too. Like, you guys have been away from family and friends, and you guys are just doing your thing. I mean, year in, year out. You guys have been a band for a while. How difficult has that been?
Speak to that, Nick. The mental state.
Mental state. We're just tired. I leave my dogs at home, so I don't like that. But that's about that. Just hopping in the band, playing a show, rock and roll. But.
No, I hear that. You guys have been in the band since 2017, is that right?
Correct.
Yeah, you guys have been grinding for a while then. I mean, it's like, what, 7, 8 years?
Yeah, 7 years. Just keep going. It's been fun. Just growing and trying to make the best songs that we can and just loving playing music.
So, was that started in UCF or was that like...
So, I started the band right around 2017 or right before then, and majority of the people in the band are from UCF. Me and Jake linked up at postgraduate. I think maybe a couple years after we graduated we met, and it's definitely been part of the band's history for sure. Is Orlando. We love Orlando.
Yeah, shout out to Orlando. I mean, what did you major in? Marketing. Okay, so you definitely apply some things you learned to the band, hopefully.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean, what would you be doing otherwise if you weren't in the band?
I would just we do band stuff. We all have side jobs or careers that we do as well. So I would just be involved in marketing, which I already currently am anyway. And
okay.
I would say anything to do with just business in general, I'm involved with.
That's good stuff. Dude, shout out to Guns from the Gun Show. I did not know anything about your band until he kind of put you guys out there on the waves. Shout out to Guns. Sure. He is ballin'. Who else can you think of that has been really big, awesome supporters and helped spread the word about the band?
I would say John Feldman.
Yeah.
Nick Bailey, big time writer. Our agent Chuck, shout out Charles. Our moms, our dads.
Yeah, Heather's been great too, though. She's been a lot of fun to talk to and get this going. Shout out to her too.
Absolutely, dude. Yeah, anybody that's given us the time of day has been the biggest help. Dude. That's all it is. It's word of mouth.
Yeah.
Sharing the song. Videos, 100%.
Definitely. I mean, I've got to ask: has it surprised you how people have discovered your band? I mean, I know that for myself, it was Guns. Other people, it's Spotify. Now, for others, it's like TikTok.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're all still pretty shocked when we pull up to venues. Even after playing shows and touring this long, it's still crazy. Going to a city you've never been to, and a bunch of people are singing back the songs and everything. And yeah, it's kind of a mix of like you said, Spotify, just stumbling on the algorithm there, and TikTok and Reels and everything just helps supplement that, because the music's got to be good. That's first and foremost, and then after that, it's just all the publicity.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, have you noticed it's a wider, diverse crowd from people in their teens to people in their early 30s?
Yeah, I mean, I think especially being on social media, it kind of helps get to the main market and a wider range. I think for us for a while it was like a lot of like elder emo, kind of older crowd that aged with the music that we all grew up with and everything. But it's cool because with TikTok and everything, a lot of like OG bands in the scene are popping off again because like their song from however many years ago is getting shared around and people are lip syncing to it and everything. So it's cool because then you get that younger generation, the resurgence kind of coming with it too. But yeah, you wouldn't get all that without doing the thing on the apps and the social media thing.
For sure. I mean, writing, editing, and kind of posting it strategically is a lot of work. How do you guys personally manage that without going crazy?
It's pretty much just firing whenever we can, to be honest. Like being in a band and all of us working 9 to 5s, it's kind of a toss up, kind of a balance and art to it. You know what I mean? To finding time to doing it, but especially lately this year, it's been pretty hectic with being out on the road. Like we're pretty much on the road for like about 4 months out of the year this year, I think, almost maybe 5 when it's all said and done, all put together.
Yeah.
So half the year's long touring, and then you're left with 6-7 months to be with your family, work your job, make money, record music, write music. So it really just kind of is whenever the stars align, you just gotta put your nose to the grind and do it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, do you guys manage like a calendar or a notes app to kind of plan things out, or
everything? Like reminders, calendars. Obviously, a calendar. We all have like kind of the same dates on our radar and everything, and go off of that. But yeah, it's kind of like big bullet point dates. Like, hey, we're in the studio, maybe on the road, and then we all just kind of work our lives around that. Around that stuff. The band kind of functions on its own.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you guys feel any sort of like anxiety and stress from being kind of tethered to online spaces at all, or because it's a lot of work posting and kind of having to monitor band accounts, personal accounts?
I think it's just a general stress that you just have to, you feel like you have to create as much as possible, and today's different. So I would say it's just an overall pressure to do that. Maybe you could say some anxiety, but not much. I think it's just more stress. Like, oh, we got to do this,
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I mean, what does your own social media algorithm look like? I mean, for myself, it's a lot of like cooking stuff, weightlifting, and just a lot of music-based stuff. But for you guys, what does it look like?
It's a lot of pop culture stuff, other artists. I would say, yeah, pop culture and other artists for sure.
Has there been an artist that's like come to your radar through social media that you're like, man, this band is really good, and I'm glad I saw it?
As far as our algorithm, the other artists, that was the question?
Yep.
Yeah. We just it's an app for finding new artists. I find new artists on there all the time. I'm sure everyone else has done that a lot as well. And I would say that's correct.
Again, you guys have been doing stuff since 2017, and you've had a lot of personal sacrifices and put a lot of effort into it. Has there been times over the years where it's like, you know what? I could be doing something else right now. I'd like to see my family and friends more often. I'm good.
I think there's a sacrifice, to doing this and being away all the time. I think everyone feels that, where it is really fun to travel and see the country and see different music venues and play with different bands. And obviously their passions outweigh the negatives of those things, but I think that's a very, very normal feeling for everyone on the road.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, because touring is hard, man. Like, you're, sleeping in the van, you're doing the best you can. I mean, you got to buy food somehow. Gas is expensive for a van. I mean, you get like, what, 10, 11 miles a gallon?
Yeah, probably about like 13, 14 miles to the gallon.
Okay. High rolling, baby.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the last year or so for the band and what it's been like for you. I know that you guys have really started to heat up this year since that Magnolia Park headliner.
Yeah, it's just been a lot of releasing music. We hit the tour with We the Kings the early part of the year. That was a lot of fun. We did a headliner, and that was a lot of fun. And then we did some shows with like Sirens, Red Jumpsuit, a couple with We the Kings. And we have a festival in Nashville we're going to do at the end of the year. Now we're doing this run with Bilmuri. I think this has been the most exciting time of the band. ever had, I would say. And plus, we have a new album that we finished recently. We're going to start to roll out those songs. So, yeah, it's just been a lot of work. It's been a lot of writing and traveling, playing shows, and then recording.
Yeah, man. So speaking of Magnolia Park, shout out to them too. Tell me about the relationship you guys have with those guys. I know they've recorded stuff at your house.
Yeah. We've been friends ever since both of our bands started around the very same time, played all the same small venues in Orlando and fall coming up, and hang out with them often. We go to writing trips to Nashville together when we can. And those guys are awesome. Always going to love those guys. Very hardworking band. And they're just great. They're very good innovators and creators.
Absolutely. What else would you say your favorite things about them are?
They're funny. Freddie is very funny. And Tristan, I love messing with him, and Josh and Joe. So it's just fun to mess around with those guys, you know. They think they have Riz, but they really don't. And so we just like to joke around. You know, we all have a good time.
Yeah, I mean, so are you guys recording most of your content back at home at your house, or do you guys kind of go around Orlando?
All over. It depends. Content can come at any time where it's needed to be recorded. So, say Orlando is a large portion of that, but when we're on the road, it's going to be in any city that we're at. We're going to be recording something.
Are you guys like recording any like road vlogs or stuff like that, or is it all just social media content?
I think it's only social media content when we focus on. Now we have a very good videographer that's going to be traveling us with probably for the first time ever, like for the whole run. So maybe we'll start to do more vlogging. But right now we're just focused on short form content for Reels and TikTok.
Yeah, and that's paid off big time for you guys.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of work, and thank you. Yeah, it's an ever evolving thing, and it's always changing.
Yeah, I mean, has there been a song that's really kind of popped off on social that you didn't expect to, and like, ooh, we got to really, you know, put our focus on this one, versus what you guys thought maybe?
Yeah, High Like We Used To was a demo that had the business explosion on TikTok as a demo, and then we had to hurry up and record it and release it all within 3 weeks. So that was a fun, interesting time. That was cool.
Yeah, and that has to be a ton of fun to play live too. I mean, it's catchy, you know, I think most people can relate to it.
Yeah, so that's the set closer currently right now.
Perfect. I mean, is that what you're going to be doing on the Bilmuri tour, or?
Yeah.
Love it. And then probably the whole crowd knows it too. I mean, I would expect.
That song, no backfired. It's just certain songs like "Break Up with a Girlfriend," certain cities will know the words to. It really just depends, but I'd say that's probably the most known lyrically.
Is there a city outside of Orlando that really pops off for 408?
Chicago, Columbus, Ohio, DC was a lot of fun. Nashville was great. I'd say Nashville's a nice growing city for us, and then Seattle is very good. Texas, Houston, Dallas has been good.
The one out in the Midwest, not Kansas.
Iowa.
Is it? I forget the small that you go to every time you step. Like,
Oklahoma City.
OKC is always good to us.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we have a handful of cities.
That's good. I like it. What has been on the van playlist lately?
Van playlist.
A lot of Bilmuri.
The same old records that I hear every time. CP Drives. I think it's like Under Oath. Love that. They're only chasing safety. Silverstein.
Black Sabbath.
I put that on something else.
Oh, Biggie.
I've heard these same records for the last year and a half. They never get old to him, apparently.
Yeah, man. I think you would have a lot of fun with Shane on Lead Singer Syndrome. Is there you said, is it Discovering the Waterfront that you listen to a lot, or is it just everything?
That's the one.
Discovering the Waterfront.
But mostly Discovering the Waterfront's like the one that's on rotation.
Yeah. Man, so when you're touring, yeah, you work out, you eat well, and what else do you guys do to kind of keep things going?
Make fun of each other.
Make fun of each other, drink. I guess they golf. These guys golf.
Love golf.
Yeah.
Gamble.
We can.
Have you guys ever won really big on the road?
What really big on the road?
Have you guys ever won while gambling on the road, like really big? Like, oh my god, I won $500 playing slots or blackjack.
Yeah.
Vegas.
We bet a lot on Lamar Jackson, and
Oh,
he
boy.
let us down. He let us down badly when we were playing in Kansas, so that was a bummer.
Yeah.
The biggest win I think I bet on the Redskins Eagles in 2022. Oh yeah, Commanders. Commanders Eagles in 2022, and yeah, in South Carolina. I think I won like $900. It was only like a $200 bet or something.
The Bears in Denver.
Oh yeah, we won the Bears.
That was like $600.
That was when the Bears were trash. They're still trash.
It's like, yeah, boys, we're getting too hot and ready tonight.
Too hot?
Too hot and ready's.
Oh,
Two on readies?
Yeah,
Like
from
Little
Little
Caesar?
Yeah, man.
I would fuck up Little Caesar tonight.
he has a stomach ulcer. He can't eat pizza.
Well, you guys have what is it called? CC's down in Orlando?
Oh man, that's terrible.
Dude, that's like bottom of the barrel. Like,
It's cock on us.
Hey, but when you're on the road, every dollar counts. You got to make that money stretch. I get it.
you do. You definitely.
I think we just go for the good old Taco Bell.
Yeah.
That's what helps us out.
That would be tight if you guys can get a what is it? Feed the Beat.
Feed the Beat, please do it. Taco Bell, if you're listening, we would be honored to be part of your Feed the Beat program, and we would use shit out of those gift cards.
Yeah, those are that was an awesome. I hope they still do that. I mean, I know that they were doing one. Denny's was doing a program at one point. Because yeah, it was like Denny's was sponsoring Huba Stank at one point.
Oh, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they had a thing called like the Who Burrito.
Oh, that's funny, dude.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Hopefully we can get like a lemon Baja Blast or something on the menu. Some cool like 408 items.
That's a great idea. That sounds delicious.
Taco Bell.
Yeah, man.
Hit us up.
So, for someone that may be listening to this and they're going out to a show, maybe, next week or in the future, and they go, you know what? I'd love to show them some love. They're out here getting after it. What kind of snacks can they bring you guys?
Pumpkin seeds.
Seeds are good. Seeds and nuts. But,
Pickled
any
eggs.
kind of fruits and veggies.
Zen.
Yeah, Zen also, unfortunately.
PBR.
We're addicted. Yeah, beer's a good snack too. It's cool.
Sugar-free chocolate.
Ooh.
And Bucky's Texas cheesesteak burritos.
Yeah, that's the best thing.
Yeah, Bucky's is like, they don't quite hit the West Coast. I mean, when do they drop off? Like, middle of the U.S.?
It's like
Texas.
Texas. So once you get past Texas, they're gone.
Yeah. I've heard good things.
It's great. It's
I mean,
an experience for sure.
Wawa's great.
It's crazy.
But yeah, so this Bilmuri tour
Buc-ee's
starts.
is better than Wawa.
Really? Bucky's is better than Wawa.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Oh yeah.
Easily.
Oh, Sheets is fire.
Sheets is great too.
Oh.
Sheets is pretty.
Sheets is good. Second place.
I guess Sheets are Boosties.
That's the same. That's the lander.
Sheets over your Boosties, Bob.
Gosh, the Bilmuri tour starts on Sunday,
I don't know.
August 27th.
August 27th. So in a week then. So by the time this goes up, you'll already be underway, but you guys have to be absolutely amped for this tour.
Yeah, we're through the roof right now. We're ready to go.
It was our dream tour to get on that one some way somehow this year. And we were all just holding out for it, putting in good word with our homies and our connections, and it happened. So we're so excited to get on the road with them. We've all been fans of Bill Murray and Johnny Frank for the longest time, and it's just cool. It's like one of those full circle moments where it's like getting a tour with a band that you're really, really stoked on, you've been listening to.
Yeah.
It's gonna be one for sure. You know?
So when the offer came through, you were like, "Holy smokes, let's go! We're down."
For sure.
Yeah, unanimous excitement.
It was 100% just let's go. Like it was like stretch goal for the year, and the fact that we nailed it, we're just so overjoyed for that. You know?
Yeah, you're gonna be playing in front of a lot of new faces on this tour. I mean, for someone who hasn't seen you before, what is a typical live show like?
Chaos.
A lot of energy, chaos. We love just being ourselves on stage. We're idiots. We're just a bunch of goofy dudes that like to play some fun music, and we're all about just making sure everyone's having a good time. And if you're not out there to have a good time, you better.
So for anyone who's taken a few minutes to kind of check the band out online, I think Reliant K is a huge influence that you kind of wear on your sleeves. You guys got a chance to write with Matt Thiessen, and additionally Sean Mackin of Yellow Card, which is awesome. Would it be a stretch to say that you guys would crush a cover of Who I Am Hates Who I've Been?
If we rehearsed it, we would slam it, but we have not. We have not rehearsed that song. I think.
What song?
Who I Am Hates Who I've Been. Would love to, when we get more free time, definitely do that.
Do you guys do any covers live, or?
We do from time to time. For this tour, we're not. I don't think there's any on the plan. We like to play like Brightside.
We'll see. We'll give it a few shows and see if the crowd likes us or not.
It all depends. We vibe it out. We play to our strengths and we play to the crowd.
Yeah.
We can, but yeah, no. I mean, I think all the songs, that we have on the roster right now that aren't covers, we're excited on. We think the crowd's gonna like them, but it's always just fun to play a cover because every single person knows the words and it's like a cool,
Yeah, it's fun.
But it all depends. We'll see. Maybe some shows we do, some shows we don't. So come out to multiple shows, come out to the entire tour to see the whole thing.
What was writing with Matt like?
It's incredible. Yeah, he's ultra talented, ultra brilliant musician on many, many levels. And I've looked up to him for a long time, but getting to write with him was it was great. It's just like having a superstar free agent on your team, and all of a sudden you start to like pass the ball back and forth, and something great comes out of it.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can describe it.
He's a lot taller than I thought he was.
Yeah, he's a tall dude.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised. I bumped into him once in it was what's that suburb of Nashville? Franklin. And it was a couple seconds, but yeah, I was like, damn. He is a one tall individual.
Yeah, no, he's amazing.
But yeah, so you've had people like Aaron Gillespie, Taylor Acorn, guest on tracks. Who might be coming down the pipe for a feature on this new record?
So we have a lot of friends that we're, artists that are friends with. So a lot of artists we look up to. So everything's in play right now. It's hard to say, but that's what we're looking at.
For sure. Who have you guys been working with in the studio for this record?
Andrew Wade.
Yeah, man. Andrew Wade over at the Audio Compound. Shout out to him. That is a fantastic producer. What has it been like working with him again?
It's been phenomenal. We've worked with him since 2019, on and off, when available. This is our first full album with him, and it was the best decision we ever made, to do that as a band. I think it's great. It's our best work, and he crushed it. It was a great experience.
Yeah, how does he pull your best material out of yourselves? Like, he is such a pro at what he does.
Yeah, I think now where we're at in our musical venture and our careers and our minds, we are fully equipped to meet him at his level, in his expertise and combine forces very well. So I think we brought our best to the table as he always does, and I think it connected the dots very well.
Yeah, for sure. Is there anyone else you would like to sit down and write with, or kind of pick their brain, or even work with as a producer? Or
yeah, I would say Mike Elizondo would be cool. Anybody from Blink, would love to write with them and just shoot the shit musically. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's many others for many people.
Did you ever get a chance to actually meet Mark Hoppus at one point, or?
No, that's on the bucket list though, for sure.
Have you seen the tour that came through this year, or is that still on the list?
We all saw them in Vegas when we were young last year, and we also saw them on their tour last year. So no, we haven't at the time. Fortunately, we've been on the road.
Yeah. But dude, August 27th, you're starting the tour with Bilmuri, but it's also kind of going down with this new song, Over the Edge. Tell me about this one.
Super excited for this song to come out. Yeah, it's an energetic, fun, bouncy indie type track, and it's just about a wild time out, with some friends and dealing with like a toxic relationship. But it's a cool song. Excited to release it.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're doing this tour, you're releasing some new music. What are your plans for the fall and heading into 2025?
So the winter, we have the festival in Nashville with Kenny Hoopla and a lot of other artists. Right now, there's some things in play, but we're just dropping music. College football. I think we're playing at UCF. So yeah, just a lot of college football, a lot of dropping of songs, and then some festival dates.
Okay. So what are your biggest goals going into next year, though?
Biggest goals is tour with, the biggest bands that we've looked up to that we can, and drop the biggest songs possible.
For sure. So would you want to be gone for most of the year next year? Or?
Where it makes sense, for sure. I would say it doesn't matter how long we're gone. I think it's just a matter of who we're playing music with, and that's really our biggest goal.
No, I hear that. Okay, so I'm going to break it down right here. For people that don't know your band and are going to check you out for the first time, if you like 408, you also love the following things.
Nicotine,
beer,
Buc-ee's, Texas burritos, online gambling, and Embassy Suites breakfast.
Rumplemans.
Oh, and Rumplemans.
I feel like there's a story with the Embassy Suites.
It's just a great breakfast.
The best there is. Dude, look at that fucking stadium. We're passing the Royals stadium.
We're passing the Royals stadium. Never seen it before.
So they are, for context, they are passing by the Kansas City Royals stadium.
Wow.
That's Arrowhead right there.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, man. Okay, so you guys are active on all socials, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, anywhere else I'm thinking of here. Twitter?
Yeah, we're on Twitter. Mostly active on TikTok, Reels, and some YouTube here and there. But yeah, you can find us if you type in 408, we'll come up.
Bingo. Anything else you guys want to kind of put out there before we kind of wrap up here?
Sign us off, Jake.
Tell them to buy tickets and merch.
Thanks for supporting us. Thanks for having us on. Come out to shows, stream our music.
Merch site.
Yeah, we just dropped some new merch, so if you would be a doll and go buy a t-shirt or two, that would go a long way, because we're a bunch of broke boys that have side jobs. So if you like our music, just, keep listening, come out to shows, and say hi if you see us around.